Hello again, everybody. Les East, Brian Allee-Walsh, NewOrleans.com. We've got a special visitor with us.
The great Brian Allee-Walsh. Who dat?
Because of restrictions, Bobby cannot speak to us. But if he would be here, he would say that NewOrleans.com is the premier site in New Orleans to go to. Thanks, Bobby. Thanks, Bobby.
Wrong.
All right, let's get serious here, okay?
Do we have to?
Today's practice under sultry skies. I think the heat index was over 100, 105, something like that. Actually, kind of a nondescript little workout here for the boys.
Yeah, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. No injuries, good work outdoors. They went indoors yesterday twice. It was kind of light work coming off the preseason game in New England on Thursday night. So they kind of got it back out in the heat today. Got some nice work in the heat, and back to the dog days of training camp.
Probably the injury of note, you can always tune into NewOrleans.com for updated injuries, and there'll be a complete listing on our website excuse me, this afternoon. But Usama Young, Coach Payton revealed what his injury is.
Yeah, he went into a little detail on that. It's a groin injury, which automatically raised the question as to whether it was related to the sports hernia surgery that he had during the off season. And Payton said that that's something they're having checked right now. So Usama is getting further testing done to see the severity of the injury and whether it's related to that sports hernia surgery. So he said he hoped he would be back sooner rather than later, but at this point it's pretty much wide open.
Yeah, we don't know. We shouldn't speculate whether or not they're going to send him to Philadelphia for their resident sports hernia specialist, Dr. Myers. But that's always a possibility. If it's so is necessary for him to go see someone, that would be who he would go see. They worked normal work here today. They've got two tomorrow. The first one is open to the public at 8:50, and the afternoon workout will be closed to the public and moved indoors. Other than that, we do know that Sean talked about that it's likely that they're going to bring in a veteran running back before the Houston game. And we can speculate now that it's probably going to be Liddell Betts, or let's say he's a leads-on favorite to be the guy. That's the guy that they worked out last week, and they've got a good resume on. So if I had to guess right now, it would be Liddell Betts if they can work out a deal. And the explanation for bringing in a guy like Betts was?
Well, Sean said that P.J. Hill and Chris Ivory, the two young backs who are right behind Pierre Thomas and Reggie Bush on the depth chart, he said they're doing well, but they have a long way to go. The 3 preseason games that are remaining will give them an opportunity to play a lot and hopefully accelerate their progress. But he said it'd be unfair to really count on those two guys to provide all of the depth behind those first two guys, and so they want somebody with a little more experience. So it's a matter of working out a deal with the right running back to come in, and as you mentioned last week, they worked out Betts and they worked out Justin Fargas, who has since signed with Denver, so he's out of the equation. So, Betts would seem to be the guy. We talked last week about how they probably wanted a power-type back like Mike Bell was, but he can come in the second half and go against a tired defense, and so Liddell Betts would certainly fit that mold. But, the two young guys, it's a bit much to move them up on the depth chart at this point, so a veteran running back should be in before the game on Saturday.
And for fans that are saying, well, you know what, they liked what they saw in the two young backs, and they've got Reggie and they've got Pierre Thomas, but keep in mind that Reggie and Pierre have been injury prone, and that position takes a pounding. Neither one is a really big back, so I think this is, they're trying to get into that same frame of mind they had Mike Bell last year. Chris Ivory that kind of fits that mold also on this roster, but he's also an unproven player. So I think it's an insurance policy for sure. Other than that, I will have an updated 53-man roster this afternoon, so please check that out on our website. And until tomorrow, Les East and Brian Allee-Walsh, we'll see you next time.
My sports editor.